You are watching the 8th part of the FreeCAD BIM Structural Project course by FCB Lounge. In this part, we will create a section, the AA section of our project. So the sectional view will look like this, and we will place it on an independent sheet. So this is our project so far with the floor plan level 1 and level 2, and this is our 3D model. So for now I will hide the drawings, so we will work only with the 3D model because I want to create a section of the building. So I will create the whole building object, so this container, and I will fire up the section tool, but by default the section is created always as a floor plan. And we want to have the section, so I will rename it section A-A, and we can manipulate this section object, and the easiest way, if I double click it, I can rotate it about the x-axis or the y-axis. So in my case I want to rotate it around the x-axis, so I will select this one, and if I close, and I will actually in the view I will change the arrow size to 250 so I can see the orientation of the section, so this is correct. And what I can do now is again go to the edit mode of the section and recenter it to the height. So that was already centered, but I will resize the fit, resize it to fit the current section of the object. And if I toggle the cut view, you can see that it's cutting it like so. So I will untoggle it, and we want to have the section in this position, so it's cutting the stairs. So we will have to move it. If I look from the top, actually from this top, you can see that currently the section is not cutting the stairs, so I will move it. I have it selected, and now I will use the standard move tool and click here, hold shift, so it's the position is locked, and place it, let's say here, like so. So I'm cutting if I toggle the cut view, you can see that I'm cutting the stair like so. So this is the placement that I want. So now I will place the section into my sections container, and I will create a drawing from it. So while having the section selected, I will fire up the drawing tool, and you can see that the drawing is created. And even though if it's a section, the drawing creates these objects on XY plane. So it's placed here. So I have to actually manipulate it. So I will enable the visibility of drawing objects because I want to place it again somewhere here. So I will look from the top, select the drawing and move it. Click here, hold shift like so, place it here, and then I will select the drawing again and rotate it around about this point, and click here and rotate it like so. So I have it placed, so now when I'm doing my 2D documentation, I have the correct orientation. And I will name it drawing section AA. And I know that I will again need to have annotation container for these. So I will create an empty drawing, and this will be section AA annotation. And this is not required, but I will also move the section, let's say this drawing object from here to here, so it's placed in a kind of similar position. And let's select both of these drawings and place them into the drawings container. And what we will need to do again, have these frames. So I will select this one, make a clone of it, and use it like so. This will be this one, and then again create a new clone and place it on the same position. This one will be placed in the section AA drawing, and this one will be in the annotation. Okay, now let's create another sheet. So I will do again the same trick, that I will select this sheet 102, and it's in the sheets here, and I will save the file. Now delete these two drawings, select the sheet, copy it to my clipboard, then undo the delete. I see that the undelete was done correctly, and now I can paste the sheet, and it's named here correctly, and its name is section AA, and the sheet number will be sections 301, like so. And now I have this sheet, so I will place my drawing on it. So select the sheet, select the drawing section, go to the 3D view, and place it on the sheet using again this tool. If I look at the page, you can see it's placed on the page. And of course, what I want to also place on the sheet is this annotation drawing. And again, I will use this tool, and I've got these two on my page. And then I will again position them. So in the data, let's say I need to make it 35 and 25. Okay, lock them, and then 35 and 25 also for this one, and lock them. So this is prepared, but I need to also have annotations here. So first off, what I will do is these grid lines again and the level lines. So previously we were able to create link of the grid lines, but in this case it is not possible because we want to have the grid lines with different length. So we will have to recreate the grid lines. So I will fire up the axis tool. Again, here it's placed on at the origin, and I will name it axis again 1, and it's making it like so because I cannot have the same name. So I will name it 1 section, and it's placed here. So I will use this corner of the slab again to have it placed on the same place. So I will use the move tool, snap to the corner, and then here in the section I will place it at this corner. And now I have to set up this section as we did previously, or the axis as we did previously. So I will double click it and add 2 of them, and these one will be 7,000 and 7,000 and 7,000 again because it's in millimeters. We did this in the third part of this course, and I want to have it longer, so 750, and I want them to be overhanging here a little bit. So I will right click and use the transform tool to place it like so. Let's say that's all right, and so the length will be 800 or 850, and bubble size is 90, font size is 50. Let's make them a bit longer, so 900, like so. And also move them a little bit like so. Okay, so these axes are done, and I want to have them placed again in the drawing. So I will drag and drop them here. And you can see that immediately I can see them on my sheet. And for the levels, we will also use this axis tool. So I will create a new axis, and I will name it levels, and place it again into the section drawing. And now these axes I will actually move, and now I don't have to move them exactly because I have to place them anyway manually. So I will now rotate them like so by 90 degrees and move this one, and I want to move this one precisely, and I want to move it precisely at this point. Now again I will right click it here and use the transform, so it's a bit, there's an overhang here again, and the length will be 22,000 centimeters, so more 2,500. Yeah, that's maybe too much, so 24 like so. And again in the view properties, the bubble position is start, the size is 90, the text size is like so, and the numbering style, instead of 1 2 3 or ABC, I will choose this L0 L1 L2. And now if I double click it and add 2 levels, and again these are 350 centimeters, so I have to input this in millimeters, 3,500, 3,500, hit close. And if I look here, you can see that the levels grid is now set up correctly. Okay, so now I need to also create these dimensions. So I will make the drawing section annotation active, so the dimensions are placed directly there, and I will use this vertical dimension, make sure that this one is off, and I will start from here to here, and the dimension line I will place it here. The chain mode is enabled, so I can click here, 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 close, and you can see the dimensions are created. And again I will have to move these texts, so I will double click dimension here, move the text up like so, and it's this one, I will double click it again and move the text up here, and then this one is the first one, I will double click it and move the text holding shift up here, and I will select those dimensions and set their annotation style to the 1 to 100 that I used previously. Check it here. If the dimensions seem weird on the sheet, make sure before you troubleshoot, otherwise make sure you go to the TechDraw workbench and use this redraw page tool. This one redraws the tool, and this sometimes it's not updated automatically. So you can see my dimensions are here, but what I need to do, I guess I forgot that in the annotation in the data, yeah, I have not set these correctly, so I need to set the line widths and the font size only for this one, the annotation, and I'm using 7 for the dimensions, so you can see the dimensions here are correct. I will go back to 3D view because now I want to create these labels with the heights. These are not ideal, but I will show you how I created these, and for that I will go back to my BIM workbench and I will use the label tool. So I will fire up the label tool And now it's asking me for the endpoint of the arrow. So I will zoom a bit here and I want to snap to this point. So I will enable snap to near. So now it's snapping to this line. So I will click here, hold shift to make it vertical and click somewhere here. And then again, this line will be horizontal. So I can click like so. And this created this label. And I have again prepared an annotation style, which you should already have loaded. So if you go to view and set up the annotation style FCB label, it should be this one. And I want to change the label text, so I will set it up. To set it up, I will go to the data. This is the custom text. I have to click here, click these three buttons and set the text to plus 0.00 as in 0 meters. And if I click away, the text is updated. And I can actually double click the label and move this point holding shift a bit here, so it's more like so. And now I will copy this label up here, so I have it selected. I will use the BIM copy tool and I will snap to this corner point and place it here. And you can see that while copying the label, the arrow stays at its original place. So I need to adjust it. So I will double click the label and click this point, and while holding shift, I will snap to here and hit close. And now I want to edit the text, so select the label and change the custom text to 3.5 because it's meters. And now again I will repeat it, so BIM copy. I will actually disable the snap near because it's not advisable to have it turned on all the time. So now I can create this copy very easily. Double click it, change the placement, and now select it again and change the number to be the correct one. So unfortunately we have to create these symbols manually, and it's not placed in my drawing because they are placed outside of any drawing. So I will place it into the section annotation drawing. So I will add to group, and it's the drawing section AA annotation. So they are placed here. So now you can see that I will update the view, and this was not the issue, so I placed them a bit too close to the original one. So I will adjust them, and I will select this one, double click it and select this point, hold shift like so. I will just wing it, and actually if I don't want to wing it, I will click hold shift and change the length by, let's say, 25, and this one hold close, and this one again click here, move my mouse here, hold shift and type in 25, so it's the same distance for all of them. And you can see that now here it looks more proper. So our section sheet is finished, and in the next part we will finish the project by creating the title page and then exporting these sheets to PDF, and also we will learn how to export the 3D model into an IFC file.